Good morning. This is Elise Adams with EliseAdams.com Excuse Busters Show. Very excited to be here with you on another Friday. You know, I've had a ton of back-to-back life happenings in the last 48 hours that has reminded me how easy it is to give in to the temptation that if we can't do it right, why bother doing it at all? I was on my way to start my commute this morning, and my daughter got sick. Yesterday, my husband's car didn't start. I had an appointment that backed right up against the start of my shift yesterday. You know, my house is a total disaster, and so is my car. This is why you're looking up and not down at the junk on the back seat. You know, everything isn't a mess. That's not the truth, but there's lots of mess around my life. And it's true for all of us. Whether we're stay-at-home moms or working moms or, you know, whatever season of life we're in, there is no logical, practical, balanced way to get absolutely everything done to perfection. And I know we talk about this a lot around here, but it's only because I have to keep refocusing myself. How do I choose those things that are of the utmost importance in my life to give my attention to? And one of the things I was reminded about last night, I was blessed with an unexpected break in all this chaos in the last few days. My husband came home for work early, and I was able to get out to a Celebrate Recovery meeting. And I was reminded that a lot of these perfectionisms, these temptations to keep everything in perfect order that I struggle with, has to do with making me feel better. It doesn't really have to do with the results that I love most in my life, that the desires of my heart isn't where, you know, when I'm 65 years old, 75 years old, I'm not going to look back on my life and be grateful that my kitchen was spotless every day. What I'm going to remember are those amazing moments with my children, you know, the amazing moments with my God, and those creative energies that He helped me find a way to express. What reminded me of this last night was the minister said, God will not give you more than He can handle in you. Let me say that again. God does not give me more than He can help me handle today. I like to argue with him about that. You know, do you have to have the car break down and my kid get sick in the same 48 hours? But the truth of the matter is, there were solutions. There's always solutions. That text we've been talking about this week, with every temptation, there is a way of escape. With every challenge, there is a way through. Here's another great illustration I thought about on my commute last night. Have you ever been in traffic? And I don't know about you, but some of us are better drivers than others. And my method of getting through traffic is to look way ahead. I want to see where those brake lights are coming on. I want to see them and move through them. Well, last night I was doing my usual self-congratulatory, you know, efficient method through traffic. And I noticed this car come beside me. And so I was next to a car, and we were going about the same speed. And behind us, there was lots of lanes open on either side. So it was like, I don't know, 6 lanes or something, you know, this huge freeway. The car sped up, going, you know, 10 to 15 miles faster than we were going, right behind that car beside me. And had to obviously slam on their brakes to avoid running into this obstacle in their way. And then sat there, blocked, you know. And it made me think of all those times when I've come up against a challenge and all I can see is what's right in front of me. All I can see is, that's a slam door, you know. My husband can't get to work, he doesn't have a car. You know, and what causes the most stress for me is when I focus on how awful that block is in my way. How if I focus on, God, you're giving me too much. This is not something I want to handle right now. And I get stuck in that toddler tantrum mode. When he could have noticed the obstacle coming. And even if he didn't notice the obstacle coming, at whatever point it entered his field of vision, he could have just pulled around and kept going. And I know that's not always possible. There aren't always 6 lanes of traffic. We definitely get slowed down. We definitely get stymied. We definitely face hurdles in our lives that take a minute or a week or a month to figure our way around. But that's, to me, what No Excuses is about. No Excuses is not about there's no challenges. No Excuses is not about being in denial and pretending I can handle everything great. No Excuses is not about there's no mess in my life. No Excuses is about being the person in traffic who runs up against some brake lights and finds a way around. By God's grace, because we're not in this together. Thank God, right? So that's my encouragement to you today. No matter how many things, if you run out of fingers counting all the challenges in your life, that's okay. I have definitely felt like that this week myself. It's all right. Take a deep breath. We were taught in one of my classes recently about intensity control. Doesn't that sound lovely and and complicated? And all it is taking a deep breath. Take a deep breath. It's okay. He has not put anything on our plates that he is going to abandon us to handle alone. He has given us challenges so that we can celebrate his miracles when he shows us the lane to just zoom on by. Zoom around. This is Elise Adams with another episode of the Excuse Busters Show. Thank you so much for joining me. I encourage you to stop by my website. It's undergoing a complete renovation this weekend. I'm excited about the updates and what I'm going to be able to bring you easier and more fun and dramatic and easy to understand ways. Join me again on the Excuse Busters Show. Have a wonderful weekend. Be blessed.